Gaming, Deb C2.
Deb C2.
Yeah, it's right before Deb C3.
I
All
was
right.
going to say.
I, hey,
Or is that
Linda.
the mean difference between Deb C1 and Deb C3? Or the average?
Got it.
Whatever. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. It is Thursday, October 10th, 10/10/24, and we are so glad to have you with us on the Inner Circle. Just a couple of quick things before we get things rolling here. Again, we cannot say enough about you helping us get milestones here in this Hollis organization, because this week, and we have reached 10,000 subscribers. We are now, as of probably 15 minutes ago, at 10,214 subscribers.
Damn.
OMG. That's 2,669 additional subscribers in the last 28 days. And all we got to say is thank you very, very much. Because without you sharing this and reaching out to people with ears that hear, we couldn't do this. And yeah, we really, 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 really appreciate you. And so thank you again very much for that. All right, before we get started with Inner Circle, let's see here. Let's do that. Couple of quick things. Remember, if you want to participate, you can type your questions in either chats on YouTube or here in Zoom. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to join us in Zoom, very simple. Go to the chat in YouTube, go look at the top of the black bar, click on that. Then it'll give you the link to go right here into Zoom, because the whole idea is you get to talk to Robert directly. And that's what we do here on Inner Circle. If you want to talk to Robert directly, or you have something to share with us, we love to hear all that from you. Go ahead and put your cursor on the middle of the screen where you see my face. If you want to try to poke me, go right ahead with the cursor. But look on the bottom. Ooh, thank you, Robert. A little bit to the left, please. A little bit to the left. Maybe get that little spot that you saw earlier.
Yes.
Hi, Terry. All right, so look on the bottom of the screen where you have all those buttons. And one of those is raise hand. Click on that. It will let us know that you have something to share. And that's what this is all about. So without further ado, let's get our Inner Circle underway. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Terry and Robert Hollis.
Thank you. Yeah, yay for Terry. Yay for Terry. Hi, Daniel, Coach Bob, Chris. I don't know, Kai, if I mentioned you guys all. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. I got some really quick stuff to share with you. You know, we all know that, there are two perspectives or multiple perspectives, right? So I'm going to share some really exciting news with you guys today, but I really have an inkling that some of you won't look at it as exciting news. But that's okay, right? But I see Arthur's jumping on here as well. That's cool. How many people like what Arthur's doing? Golly, man, what a lead by an example. And he's had some crazy ups and downs as well. Even though he's become funded, he's still doing good. So thank you, Arthur, for leading by example. That's cool. And so we all understand that perception is reality, right? So you guys have seen the multiple pictures where, two guys are sitting in a prison cell, and one guy's painting a picture and all he sees is birds in a tree with no walls and no bars. And then the other guy paints a picture and all he can see is the bars in the concrete wall, right? So we all know that everyone looks at it, and this has been scientifically proven for years. Like when there's an accident, they can go out and the police get interviews from all these people. And you get 10, 20 people that see an accident, and you got 10, 20 different stories. So what I want to share with you guys is something that's super exciting for me. But you guys know that Terry and I are going, first I'm going to, take her to Dallas. And then when we get back from Dallas, I'm going to take her to New York. And we're going to spend a couple of days in New York before we go to Dubai, right? And then when we get back from Dubai, then we're planning a trip out to see Matt and Hannah. And and spend some time with them. So with this, I want you guys to understand that, effective today, we're no longer going to do any inner circles. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out exactly how to allow someone to have, if I could have it perfectly my way, the $4.99 a month would give you inner circle. Of course, it's all recorded. It's no longer going to be live, but also also imaginators, right? Because I don't want to put this on Craig and Matt because it was my idea, and now I'm going into wide open traveling mode. So what are we going to do to change that? I know when I get back from doing some traveling and taking some time off, I'll come up with another idea of what we can do. You know what I mean? But let me share something with you guys, because in the last year and a half that we've done Inner Circles, I know that I've grown a lot. And I want to give you guys these two thoughts and see if you agree with me, right? There's only two places I get information and wisdom from. Only two. One is through my connection, because I'm willing to dedicate time to connect and meditate and prayer. I constantly get fed from that connection, right? The second one is other people that are connected. So my whole year and a half, I've come up with so many different things that I've grown with. And I know one thing for a fact, for me, this is my perspective, is that when my imagination is wide open, activated, and I'm emotional about it, miracles frickin' happen. And they happen really, really fast. So in the midst since Akashic started, I pretty much doubled my income and also doubled the size of my group. What's crazy about saying that is I almost have 1,000 new people in my group in the last 90 days. And so when the volume goes up, then my income goes up. And so I know that my imagination of what I want to do and getting 1 million active subscribers, and that will be whether they're part of the YouTube or part of Akashics or a part of MDC, I just know that's coming to me, and it's coming to me fast. And so I know when my imagination is clicked in, everything happens for me. And I know that you guys know that as well. So there's only two groups of people that are constantly on Inner Circles, live or replays. There's a group that's locked in right now. They are locked in with their imagination, and things are coming to them. And then there's people that are not locked into imagination. Now, let me share with you guys one thing that I figured out that can really help each and every one of you. And I've said this before, but I don't think that people really understand it. So I want you to understand it. Is that the times in my life when things were really going great, it wasn't about me being tapped into my imagination more than me selling out to somebody else's imagination. All right? So when I'm just, in my mind, nobody, right? If I'm nobody, then I can lock on to the concept of being involved in NHRA and being a professional drag racer. And then I can go from there to working with Roger Penske. And see, and everything that has to do with me working with Roger Penske was me constantly being enrolled in his imagination and vision for what he was going to do for his race teams and the people that were part of it. And when I'm caught up in somebody else's imagination, great things happen for me as well. So then I get hurt. I have no income. I sort of surrender. And then I could get connected to my first marketing or network marketing mentor, which was Bill Gould. And he locked me into, I'm going to create this big company. I'm going to create 100 millionaires, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like in it. I'm in it to win it. And I just want to be one of his people, then one of his roundtable members, and then he got to an elite part, Knights of the Round Table, and I became one of the 7 of those. And so it's pretty amazing to me that a lot of times that I've been winning in life, that I was actually enrolled in somebody else's vision. And I really see that happening right now. You know, Josh wants Akashics to be $100 million brand. So when we went from 10 million to 100 million to 170 million, I'm totally enrolled in helping Josh make that happen. While I'm also creating 10,000 active traders myself. Are you guys hearing that? And so when I really zone in on what I want to accomplish, then the other things that are around me seem like nothing but distractions. So what I've felt, not thought, what I've felt on the last couple of inner circles that I've been a part of, it's like everyone that shows up and you guys show up, it's like, hey, does anyone want to go through anything that they're having difficulties with that they need a breakthrough for? And it's like, no, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. If I am struggling, I know it's me. If I'm struggling and not at the right mindset, I'm not connected enough. You guys really got this stuff down. So when we jump on here and then it ends up being more of us talking about who's winning or losing with trading, who's got the newest clicks, how Coach Bob is doing his best to stay in the on the leaderboard with getting, you know, so it's like, I just don't feel, now you, because of your perspective, I just don't feel the need for inner circle anymore. But listen closely, I will come up with something. Because here's the last part I want to leave with you guys. Because I've been connecting with a lot of leaders, and you guys know, because you guys, the inner circle hears it before the world hears it, right? And so when I got hit with this concept of just, you know, pleading to people's burnt out, right? And it's weird when, it's not weird, it's divine for me. It's totally divine for me. It's like when I was talking about burning out and relating to people being burned out, whether it's their job or trying to build a brand or be an influencer or be a life coach or recruiting or selling product. When I stepped into that, people are resonating so fast, it's ridiculous. Because when I tell them, hey, do you know anyone that's burned out? And I give them the categories, they're going, well, he's not going to pitch me on being an affiliate. He's not going to pitch me on building a YouTube channel. He's not going to pitch me on being an influencer, because he mentioned that as part of the people that are burnt out and doing that stuff. So now it's built this incredible curiosity. Does that make sense to you guys? And so as soon as I tell them that all of a sudden it deals with trading, and I'm learning from experts and I'm trading with experts, it really gets their ears popped up. I notice that, you know, when I see people going quick, their ignorance on fire, and then when they're slowing down with recruitment, I'm just saying, are you leading now with TradeX Mastery, or what are you leading with? Oh, I forgot that I'm leading with my results again. How fast you slip back into that mode. So the way that I got to get people is I got to focus on passing my challenge and get in profits and make a withdrawal, so I have my own personal story so I can go out and recruit. That's still not the way I'm recruiting. See what I mean? I'm telling Arthur's story. I'm telling other people's story, right? So I'm consistently telling their story. So when people go, have you tried it out? And I just go, I've tried it. And that's why I did that 4-minute video that people watch 2 minutes of. Right? I believe, because I've seen other people like Arthur get results. So I've been able to promote somebody else's story from day one. Now I'm promoting Arthur and Joel and Jenna. I mean, when you guys look at Joel, isn't it pretty interesting that Joel not only and Jenna both copied Arthur's video? And I'm going like, people are starting to catch on, right? So I can use those. But here's what I've been saying to people that are coaches, right? I just brought in this huge African leader, Charles. Some of you have probably seen some of his posts and stuff. But this guy's huge. This guy's made millions of dollars in the network marketing space. And he's public, right? And so me and him had a long Zoom. And I just was very open and honest with him. And I said, do you guys realize how much life coaches right now are struggling? I mean, the ones that have a big name have even signed contracts with other companies to do training for those companies. And now they're like Marcusetta. So if you sign in with a contract with somebody and you don't increase their sales, they don't renew the contract. So I'm not being mean here. This is just facts. But from the moment that Eric Worre signed a contract to train all the distributors of Herbalife, the stock has consistently gone down. The sales have consistently gone down. I'm not saying anything negative about Eric Worre. I'm stating facts. So when people can't get a lot of people to buy their courses or get a lot of people to show up their seminars, the very next thing they do is you'll hear that they signed a contract with this company. Are you guys following me? And now they got to go from contract to contract to contract. And so the only reason I bring that up is I just want you guys to hear this phrase. I really, truly believe with all my heart that people in this day and age that do not want to be trained. They don't want to be trained. They're either excited about something or they're not excited about something. Are you guys following me? So even when we first got really close in doing inner circles and breakthroughs, I would tell every one of you, have you ever bought a course that you never took the plastic off of? Have you ever bought a book and you haven't gone through that book? And it's not that people are not going through the stuff, but once we launched Akashics, and I really start seeing people do nothing but ask questions, ask questions, ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. They'd rather ask questions all day long and be pissed off because of their results than actually following a video. So now it's not me. Now I'm watching two groups of people that surrender and throw up their hands and do exactly what Joel says, because there's still this group. I watch his videos and I'm doing what he says. Nah, bullshit, you're not. You're doing sort of what he says, right? And then you got the people that are still the emotional roller coaster where Joel's got an 88% winning ratio, but as soon as you get a couple of bad tap and trades and lose, then all of a sudden you're pissed off at the world and you want to quit. How many people have to still figure out where their mindset is, right? Why do I go through this roller coaster and why are others winning and I'm not? And so I was sharing with this guy, listen, I said, I'm going to beat myself up. So someone wants to understand how to create freedom in their life and be financially set. And they can go on YouTube and find Robert Hollis, or they can go on YouTube and find Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, and another 40, 50 billionaires that are on every frickin' podcast. Are you guys following me on this? I'd rather listen to them than me, because I can tell immediately whether they're connected or not. So we just haven't had this much info. Apple used to do that thing. Well, there's an app for that. Well, now there's an app for that. Well, now there's a podcast for that. Now there's a podcast for that. And there's people out there, in my opinion, that have more worldly knowledge and more wisdom to help people with whatever little thing they're having difficulty with. and they're focused on that, and their books are on that. And I can read a book like, how to have an extraordinary mind by Vishen Lakhani, and then listen to a 6 days meditation and totally alter and change my life. But that doesn't mean that's going to work for somebody else. Right? So it's this whole concept of seek and you shall find. So do I believe the work that all of us have done in the inner circle is worth it? Yeah. I believe that every one of us that did what we did together as a team, in a group, and a family, that was 1000% worth it. Now it's time to shift the gears and shift the focus a little bit. Does that make sense? Now, when I get back, if we do one just on trade stars, right? And what we do is we actually bring some of the educators like Joel on to Trade Stars and do a Q&A. You know what I mean? Or maybe what I'd like to do too is how many people, and I did ask Arthur this, but I'm sort of don't want him to respond right now. But how many of you guys really truly believe that if Arthur gave us a time when he was doing what he's doing, that you guys would like to jump on a Zoom and watch him do what he does? Not ask questions, just watch his way of doing things. How he does the partials, how he does all this language that I don't know yet. the toilet paper 1, the toilet paper 2, the toilet paper 3. It's like TP, stop loss, partial gain. I still don't know this stuff, but I'm getting gooder. Because 3 months ago, I wouldn't even have been able to say all those 5 things or 6 things together in one sentence. And so when I see a lot of you posting wins, and then you're getting a couple of losses, I was saying this to Craig. It's just time for us to become a little more focused than being so broad. So right now, when I look at MDC and Akashics, and I'm feeling that momentum, and I'm seeing people win all over the world, it's like, I know for what I'm imagining that's what I need to step into more than ever. Because I know if I step into that like I have in 37 years, I can take 2 years of focus. My goal is to knock out master affiliate and really, really make a bigger impact on a whole larger group of people.
Bring some with us.
Does that make sense? And so I'm going to share with every one of you constantly what I'm doing. But I just want you guys to know, me being tied down to a Thursday night and me being tied down to a Sunday afternoon is just not right now in my future, right? And so of course, we're not going to close those programs down, but they're just not going to be live events anymore. And then we'll find something else that we can tie into, after Terry and I go on some vacations and tour the world, and I'll come back up with another idea because I miss you. I miss you guys when I'm gone for even a week or two. I miss you guys, so I still want to be connected to you. All right. So that's the announcement. I was gonna say something that I heard recently from old training, and I wrote it down as a note to talk about it, and then I went, wow, this is how different it is. There used to be this statement that my mentor stood in front of the room, and he goes, I got some good news and I got some bad news. What news do you want first?
Take the bad.
And then everyone would scream out, I want the bad news. You know what I mean? And I thought, wow, I've worked enough on myself that good or bad is nothing but perception. There's some people that hate trading, and there's right now some people that love trading. And it's when we, like I said before, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it on the Imaginators on Sunday, is I now know there used to be this other saying, if you don't have a why that makes you cry, the rest doesn't matter. And I don't like that statement. Yeah, Sandy's shaking her head. Nah, see this? Yeah. This is, I don't even want to call it old stuff. There's just newer, more effective stuff. See, I'm even playing with my mind. What's good or bad? I don't know. When I think of people like Ray Higdon and Eric Worre and all these other people, everyone's got to go through kindergarten and first grade. You know, everyone's gone through a mentor or trainer and then seen that wasn't for them, just like a lot of people switch churches or switch beliefs. You know what I mean? It's just this consistency of taking my life to a new level so I can take you guys and lead by example by doing that. So, but I was saying, yeah, there's no good or bad news. There's just new, exciting news, right? So that's where I'm going to leave it. If you guys have any comments or any things that you want to bring up, again, please, if you're feeling, oh no, that's the wrong feeling. But if you feel that, that's still okay, right? That's still okay if you go, oh no, but we'll find a way to plug you into something. So, you know, Matt, Craig, before we go into any questions, you have anything to say about it?
Nope.
Okay, that's how fast she switches. She's just like,
I know.
hey, are we going to be happier and you're going to do more? Yeah, okay, I'm done. I put her through so much change in the last 40 years. It's ridiculous. Guess what we're doing today? Okay, well, I guess so.
Listen,
Matt,
no, I was gonna say all I know is like change. Like I've just done a lot of changes in my own life, and I feel like this is the right change and where everyone's in the direction of where everybody's going. You're gonna see more from us, and without like the constraints of these live shows in specific, you're also going to see a lot more live streaming from me on some of the stuff I've talked about. So with that, I can get a schedule. We won't have like a call at noon and then a call at 3 the next day and then a call at noon and then a call at noon. And so of course, you know, I want to throw a thank you out to not just all of you guys, but Craig also, and Dad and Mom. Thank you guys so much. Everybody else that's helped. I mean, it's crazy because we've done sessions, and if you guys have been with us for a while, some of you have, like Craig and Melody and stuff, but we've on and off done this a couple of times, and it's always been a great decision for us. Yeah, like in a lot of ways, we want to focus our efforts on the things that are getting people the most results and getting them the most results, not just financially but mentally too. And it's like, okay, are we feeding into people as much as we can be with what we're currently doing? It's like, if Matt had more time, he could focus more on the AI stuff if we didn't have to do the calls in this way and stuff like that. Could focus more on, and of course, my parents, man, they're traveling and stuff. So, you know, and I know me and Hannah plan on doing that stuff as well. So it's overall just like really, really exciting. I know it's like bittersweet, but at the same time, like I said, if you guys have been with us, this isn't even the most radical version of this we've done. We've like deleted, we've shut the whole entire service down and deleted everything in the past. We're like, no longer are we doing this or that. But that was also like a lot more expensive of a program. So we were just in a place where like, hey, we don't want people. But if you guys still want to support us with Inner Circle and Imaginators, we're going to figure out something to do with it. Like we said, after these guys get back from their you know, world travels. So, but in that time too, I'm not going to be on those travels, and I plan on doing a lot more, getting into a streaming schedule of like 3 o'clock almost every day, doing the AI stuff. So, yeah,
I took this little screen. I took this little screenshot, and I think that you guys would get a kick out of it. You know, so here I'm in Budapest. Then the flight from here to Bratislava was in Vienna, Austria, where we met with a few people. And then, you know, here's Dallas, and then here's Dubai, and then here's New York.
Yeah, the goal is to get all of us on these, right?
Yeah.
Like in the future, the goal would be like Jamie said in chat, is to do like a Trade Stars, Imaginators, like meet up at one of these things and just have fun, all of us in person. So You know, I've seen your guys' faces for over a year and a half now. It'd be nice to see somebody in person. So
Yeah, no kidding.
maybe get me out of my house. So,
There you
but no,
go.
that's all I have to add. But thank you
Okay,
guys so
thanks,
much.
Matt.
So
Great
And
words.
and also
I gotta-
happy holiday, happy Halloween.
Yes,
I got my
I
Halloween
love that
background. I
background.
got
Guess where
happy Halloween.
Terry will be on Halloween night?
Out partying, of course, right?
It's gonna be. I'm gonna be
In
I'm
Times
I'm
Square.
gonna dress up. I'm gonna wear cheek chillers and just some little twizzle things that go on. That yeah.
Oh,
They'll be
beautiful, beautiful.
lopsided, but
It's like
nobody's gonna
it's like
care.
Sturgis.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then today too, today is 10 years that me and Hannah have been together too.
Aw.
So as crazy as that sounds,
Congratulations.
10 years ago I was
10
getting,
years 10 years to the first date you had?
yeah. Well, when I flew out there was 10 years ago today. So
Oh my God. That's
insane
cool.
how fast time flies by. Not 10-year wedding anniversary, just anniversary of being together. So thank you.
So I know from the time that you guys met, from the time that you met, how long before you were married?
Like a month. Less than a month. Yeah.
She's the keeper. She's
Well,
the
that's what I'm
keeper.
saying.
Look at-
When I said I'm down for change, that's the way that it is. Me and her both knew what we wanted, and it's crazy to be here like 10 years later and be like, oh, it paid off. Like everything's great.
Yeah.
You know? So we're in a new space. And we both love it here. Like it's the first
good.
place I feel like what's so great about our move is that this is the first place we've actually picked. So like nobody picked this place for us. Where we live right now, like the city, everything. No, we don't know anybody that lives here or has lived here. This is the place we picked based off of like
The wine.
anniversary trips and stuff and the wine. Yeah, we live in Temecula now, California. So
Nice.
Perfect.
but anyway,
Okay.
that's all I have to share. You know, this isn't about my life. So let's go.
No. It is sort of. It's like Craig, anything to add?
The only thing I can add is that we have gone through a lot together, and I mean not just us that you see here on the screen, but everybody here in Inner Circle and Imaginators. And there are times where we just need to move on, move forward, move to advance to something that's new and different. Moving on up. Thank you, Daniel. I love it. Isn't there a song, Moving On Up? Something like that.
The Jeffersons.
Jeffersons. Thank you. Yes. So,
I know.
but I think that it's time we've reached maybe that plateau.
Yeah.
Or that top end where maybe what we need to do is change direction. And with everybody's guidance and assistance, it's not like Robert and Matthew said, it's not like we're going to go away. We're
No.
still going to be doing things.
We just got to
And-
follow the flow. We got to follow the flow, and
Exactly.
don't allow things to be resistant. When repetitive and resistant, we got to change it up and make it exciting and make it new.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to try to be a blockbuster. We're definitely going to try not to be, Polaroid or whatever. There's a lot of new things that are out there, a lot of new stuff that we can do, and all to help each one of you because you are our group, you are our family, and we're going to do what we can to make it the best that we can be. And
Absolutely.
And I know that Robert will still contribute. I know that Matt will still contribute. And honestly, I will still contribute. So
Yeah, you guys are probably going to see more of me than you ever have. So
Hang on. Too big of a turn.
So I'm excited for the future. Yes, we are going to kind of, let this sleeping dog go maybe to sleep for a little while. But who knows what we're going to wake up now.
That's why I'm not going to delete anything. I think that there's going to be people that are going to find Inner Circle and start going through the videos, and every one of you that were so vulnerable and so brave.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to just see every person that participated through the breakthroughs and the camaraderie and the family, and everyone's just going to say, wow, this is changed and altered my life. I know a lot of people that are probably not where we've gotten to as a family. You know what I mean? So when they're all going to like plug in and probably start going through all those inner circles. I have a guy, I don't know if you guys have seen some of the comments. His name is Marty. But he found the mastermind we did on the science of getting rich.
Oh, wow.
And people find it every once in a while and they just come back and go, this stuff is off the charts. And, you know, we all did that when we did it. It was magical when we did it. And it's still feeding the world now that we went to another level. I look at that exactly what Inner Circle and Imaginators will be. Exactly.
Yeah. And I love what Peter and Linda just shared in the chat. It says, we can never grow if we stay stuck where we are. Time to shift to the next level and higher perspectives. Wow.
Next, move on. Let's get Sandy in.
Yeah. Shall we get Sandy in and let's see what she's got to share? And again, thank you all very much for, just for supporting us, for being here with us, and for helping us to pave the way for a new future for all of us. I think we'll just leave it at that. So let's go ahead and get Sandy in here. And Sandy, go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Hello. I, first of all, want to say thank you, every single one of you, for everything. Even though we're not going to be doing these meetings, I am excited about that. I'm sad about that, but I'm also going to be looking forward to whatever you come up with next, because that is going to be amazing. Second thing is I'm doing some traveling too.
Nice.
So I'm going to Dallas, and then I'm going to Gatlinburg, and then right after Gatlinburg, Dave and I are going over to Atlantic City.
Oh, fun.
Now, I'm going to give you guys all my Cash App, because when I'm in Atlantic City, I am nothing to do with gambling though. I am only going to be an hour, maybe 2 hours. I think it's an hour and a half, 2 hours away from where John Bon Jovi lives. So I may need some bail money.
Got it. I understand.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And then we're also, while we're in Atlantic City, we're going to take a day trip and we're going to go to New York City. We're going to take the ferry over and go to New York City.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah, and I've never been to New York City. My husband grew up in New York State, upstate New York.
Wow.
And we were in the service. We were stationed in New York State, but I've never been to the city.
Oh, wow.
So I'm excited about that. Now, are you guys only going to be in the city?
Yeah, I booked the Crown Plaza, which, she'll be able to look out the windows and see Times Square.
Right.
And so we're going to go in there. We get there like 4:00 in the afternoon. When is that? I think on the 23rd. And then so we'll have that night, and our plane doesn't take off to Dubai from John F. K till like 11:59 the following day. So we'll have like a day and a half there, and then we're also staying in the Crown Plaza when we come back from Dubai. And so, yeah. So I just didn't want her to be on airplanes in airports for a solid 27 hours. That's how it usually works out. So think about it. You get to John F. K. at 3:55, and your plane doesn't take off till the next day at midnight. So she's been on a couple of other international things, and it's like when you have like all day layover, but we now get to hang out in the lounge and the lodge.
In the lounge, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything you've all done.
Thank you. I love you. You've been such a great participant and part of the family.
See you in person in Dallas.
Yes.
Yes. And then Arthur, thank you, because you did that little voice thingy or whatever it was you said, and you talked about putting the store or your link in your stories. Well, I never knew I could put links in my stories on Facebook. I knew I could on Instagram, but now I'm doing that too, and I've had 2 people reach out to me today. So
nice.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. That's all I had.
All right. Love you. See you soon.
Bye.
Sandy, thank you so very much. And I will speak from experience about that New York feeling. It's fun. When I went last year, because Sue and I went on a cruise and we stopped in New York because she's from New Jersey. So we took the train. We didn't take the ferry. We took the train, Sandy, from where she lives, which is like right around the corner, to New York, and oh my gosh, I can't wait to go back. We did one side, now we're going to do the other side next time.
Oh, how fun. I say I may not want to go to Dubai. I might just want to hang out in New York.
You know what? It's so much fun. If anybody who's never been to New York, you have to go at least once, maybe twice. If you only have a couple of days, you do one side, then the other. Use the subways. They're
Yes.
not bad. They are not bad at all. You just I would almost say the only thing you got to do is just be aware of where you're at. But
Sure.
it is so fun.
Oh, I'm
It
so
is an
Yeah.
amazing city. And so if for those of you who live there or live in the area, congratulations. You know what?
How many of you have been to Dubai? My hand hasn't gone up either. It's like Terry was going, why is it that countries can find out that they can generate enough revenue where they don't have to tax their residents? And I'm going, yeah, it's like this country brings in a lot of money, but they also tax their residents. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? It's like, I'll just leave it at that. But,
And I'm
we
going to say,
do know whoever gets in the office, they're going to tax us anymore. So we'll see. Yeah.
we'll see what happens. Yeah. I'm going to say one more thing. Where is she here? Jody. And whoever else lives in the Florida area, I hope you guys are doing well.
Yes.
I know that I think the storm is over at least for now, or if it's not, it's winding down.
Have you guys
So-
seen the guy that was carrying the bat with a bunch of barbed wire on it? And they said he was going to the Weather Channel because he's upset he bought $7,500 worth of stuff he didn't need.
It's the guy from
Yeah.
Jeffrey
Well,
Dean Village.
I'm gonna share a little something, and then Kai, we are going to go to you. I've been in a Cat 5 hurricane,
Ooh.
and they are not fun.
No.
And the other thing is, at least where in Florida or in the U.S., there are places where the weather can be diverted, so it may lower the intensity, it may shift directions. I was in direct path because I was in Jamaica when Hurricane Gilbert hit in 1987, I believe.
Wow.
And it devastated the island. And the only thing that saved our side of the island, because we were on the north side, was the big mountain there, the Blue Mountains that they have there. Famous for their coffees, yes. But Kingston got totally mangled.
Yeah.
We were on the other side, Ocho Rios and that area, and thank goodness that the storm or that the mountain was there. But then once it went right back into the ocean, it went back up to a Category 5, and
Wow.
it maintained. So I know there's a lot of stuff going on about weather. It's not predictable. That's why they're called.
I was in the
forecasters.
I was in the San Fernando Valley
Mhm.
in 1994 when the earthquake hit LA.
Oh yes.
And wow, see all the freeways down and fire everywhere and no electricity. I mean, that was frickin' insane. It
And
was
a
just like,
two-story apartment complex that looked like one story at the very end. People were going, "What's wrong with that picture?" That was a two-story apartment complex.
that was nuts. It was crazy. I did everything I could. I was in a second story of a apartment building, and I did my best to jump out the window and try to grab onto a tree. It didn't work very well, but it didn't have any.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it didn't have any emergency lighting whatsoever. So everybody was crying. I opened up the door and it was pitch black and everyone's crying and the kids are screaming. It was like, holy, it was just crazy. So my heart goes out to anybody that is ever in a position where they feel helpless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's on an airplane with the motor on fire.
Really? Oh my God.
Nice way to instill some confidence in Terry as you guys are getting ready to travel.
I'll just take a Delta 8 or something before I get on. That's
Oh,
all
there
right,
you go.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and go over to Kai since he has his hand up. Kai, why don't you go ahead, unmute yourself, and please share with us.
Hey, Robert. Hey, Terry.
Hi,
Thank
honey.
you, thank you, thank you for all that you guys do. You deserve this vacation more than anybody else right now. So
Thank you.
you have my great blessings to, you know, do what needs to be done for your sake of happiness and sanity and whatever else in between. And I am I am very, very grateful for you guys because you guys have helped me through so many insane times. But let's look at this in retrospect. We are all, almost every single one of you, like Craig, Shauna, Bill Schumacher, sorry, German.
Yeah.
I mean, Lisa Mary Cook, Sandy Baker, Jodie Falcon, Jamie Ronan, almost everybody, Coach Bob. We are already connected in the Telegram chat. If we got a
Yeah.
question, somebody's going to answer.
Yes.
So do not fret. We'll figure something out. In the meantime, let's just all take a breath, enjoy the fall weather.
You just
And
brought up something interesting, Kai. I
yes,
don't see any reason to shut down those Telegram groups.
no,
Do you guys?
absolutely
No.
not.
Let's constantly stay in contact until we know what the next thing is going to be. And thank you, Kai. I really appreciate those
Yeah,
words.
in the meantime, let's all concentrate until something new. Build our team, build our income. Christmas is coming.
Yep.
And hit nudge nudge. And
Yeah.
let's all celebrate Christmas with a bloody bang.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's the
because
way
I
I
know
see
that, I just really, really feel a shift, with everything. And I just know that when shifts happen like this, because really, if you guys really want to know, the key to my success is really just being aware and conscious that trends are happening. And when trends happen, I know I'm aware enough that if I don't throw myself into that trend, then I'm just going to see the wave go by and everyone's going to be bitching that they didn't catch that one.
Well, it's really interesting you brought this up today because today is actually 10/10 manifestation portal wide open.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
How
Today's
many of
10/10.
you knew about the 10/10 portal opening? Chris, that's like, no, I just love the expression on Chris's face. Like, what the hell are they talking about? Now, I just now if people say something's opening up, I'll jump through it. I'll jump through it.
I mean, if you're spiritual, you'll know it.
Yeah, I'm just saying to all of you that during times like this in my whole career, and she can speak for this, I can focus for 2 years and take 5 years off. Did you guys hear that? You catch a trend and I can focus for 2 years to go master. And I know it'll happen faster than that. But it'll be able to take me and where I need to help Matt with where he's going and just go into the future. Because I'm not going to be in a place, you guys, I'm not trying to scare you here, but I need my finances to be in a solid place and not worry about who's being elected or what AI is going to do to the world. So
Absolutely.
I'm not a worry wart person, but I've always been the kind of person that if some stuff went crazy here in Montana or the US, that I've always wanted to be in a position to have the money and the freedom just to say goodbye. Just go anywhere that I want to go, right? So it's funny that we're going to Dubai and it's there's no taxes there. And one of the things that Dubai is known for is whatever the US or other countries had, they just want to have that and make it better. You know what I mean? So an indoor ski resort or an indoor place where you can go scuba diving. And it's like, they're just like, hey, do you guys want to raid race cars? Yeah, we got race cars. It's like, yeah, shopping, everything. It's just crazy that, this is the 21st century Las Vegas. So while Las Vegas is getting rid of buildings that were built in 57, You know, these companies that this whole city was built in the last, 10 years. It's pretty, you see the before and after picture. And I know some people are like, I don't know why it's great. Well, I always think that you should go and then make up your own mind why it's great. Why would you listen to other people's opinions on what you think is good or not? So when we get back, I'll let Terry give you a rundown on how great it was.
It'll be good. It'll be so fun. So fun. I'm so excited.
I'm expecting a
Matt.
full
You're-
review video from her. So
Come on, Matt. You wish you were going with us.
I'll go there at some point. Yeah. I mean, I was like, the funny thing is it's like, they said that they were going on all these trips, and then he's like, do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, we're moving the month before. I think we're gonna chill. You know what I mean? For a little bit. And hunker
Hey, I
down,
can
so.
remember. I can remember when Terry and I were your ages. Moving to a city, another city than the one we're in. Was pretty damn excited.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is it's like I saw a meme, and this fits Billings at least where we lived, but it's like when you live in one of those cities where people go when they visit, they go, what is there to do? And you say, go to the nearby city and have fun. It's like, well, there's Bozeman, but
Hey, truly, there's nothing here.
Nothing.
no, it depends on what you love.
Me and
If you love
Terry-
to fish and hunt and stuff, it's one of the best places on planet Earth.
Yeah, it's beautiful. A lot of wild animals.
It's awesome for fly fishing.
If you want great internet that never fails,
I had to stop in the middle of the road so 5 turkeys could cross the road the other day.
thanks, Jody. Yeah, I
I
got
told them, I said, run, Thanksgiving is coming. Run.
Welcome to Bloomington, Indiana.
Yeah.
That's funny. So thank you, Kai.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kai.
Enjoy your trips. And
Thank you.
as far as your layaway is concerned, may I suggest you Flushing, Queens, or if you like to have a nice dinner before the flight, go to Nobu's.
Okay. I want to go to Serendipity, actually.
In New
Serendipity is
York
okay.
City.
I
Right.
thought you wanted to go to Pink's Hot Dogs.
That's in California.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's
I
down
wanna-
here in LA.
I want to eat a pretzel off one of those things on the side of the street. I'll eat street food all day.
Oh, you need to go get a street dog too.
Yes.
That's
go get the water
that's the one
dog.
thing I didn't do the last time, but I will next time.
I bet they're delicious.
No, do not get the water dogs. Just make sure it is kosher, Jewish hot dogs.
I always love everyone's opinions based on them. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, that's good because we got a couple of restaurants here that I would never tell somebody to go to. So
one restaurant I looked up is a restaurant that everybody wants to visit that goes to New York, especially downtown New York. I guess called Manhattan. Because I'm educating myself. Is Carmine's. I guess there's an incredible Italian restaurant called Carmine.
Yes,
Yes.
And everybody's
I've heard
like,
of that.
the people that have been to Carmine's is like
gnocchi there?
like Sopranos. It's like,
It's
hey.
a third generation Italian restaurant.
Oh man, we got to go there. Make
So,
reservations.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. See, I'm thinking. But I was going to tell her we're going to Carmine's, and then she was telling me about this pretzel shit, and I was like,
Hey, you can't go
I'm
wrong
not
with
doing a
pretzels,
lot of
okay?
walking.
Or if you want both, you can have a pretzel dog.
I mean, what?
oh, that's great. Well, hey, what
All
are
right.
we done?
Uh,
Anyone else got any
just-
quick things they want to say?
One other question that just came up, and Jerome posed it, and I know you kind of shared it with us, but I want to make sure. What is going to be the status of of Ask Me Anything?
Oh, still going to do Ask Me Anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can come on there if you guys know anyone that's having any issues with breakthroughs. They could ask me a breakthrough question on Ask Me Anything. That's what it is. Ask Me Anything. So great question.
All right. So, anybody else? I think I don't see any other hands
Cool.
up. I don't see other people doing anything at the moment. So
Let's all do a big hug and a big hearts and I'll have some
All
great
right.
stuff for you on the Imaginators, and we'll talk a little more about just taking everyone to the next level. I don't want I don't want to leave any of you guys behind.
All
Yeah,
right.
the
like-
hardwired connection came from Imaginators and Inner Circle, right? So
Go ahead,
I
Matt.
Yeah.
No, I have nothing to say.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
All right, I thought maybe you did. Well, on that note, thank you so very, very much, everyone. And this is not the end of the Inner Circle, but the beginning of something new.
Nice.
So
It-
we will look
I was
forward
gonna
to
say
seeing.
it's like the sorry to interrupt you, Craig, but it's
Sure.
like if you guys have seen Meet the Parents, like the circle, the inside of the
Yep.
circle, you guys are the inside of the
Yep.
circle, regardless
That's
if
it.
Yeah.
you're still the inside of the circle. So
Right.
Yeah.
anyway, sorry to interrupt you, Craig.
No, that's fine. And thank you for sharing that. I like that too. Okay, so got to give shout outs to Sandy Baker, Kai Au, Jerome Marshall for participating. Of course, Matt Hollis, bless you, my friend. Thank you so very much for being our executive producer and for being here at our foundation. Also want to say that there are a couple of things that we shared in the chats, links. They go ahead and click on the three dots in the meeting chat next to Inner Circle, and then click on Save Chat. It will download to your computer. If you're watching us on YouTube, we're going to go ahead and put it in the post description below shortly after we do finish. And I think that, let's see, what else? I think that should take care of it. We really appreciate each and every one of you. And so that's right, announcements. Saturday, Ask Me Anything, 12 noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. Sunday, Imaginators, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. We'll see you guys there because you are all part of those groups. So until next time, please be good to yourselves, be cash, bye-bye, and I'm going to go ahead and unmute everyone so we can all say so long for now.
See you in Dallas.
See you in
All
Dallas.
right. Bye, everyone.
Dallas.
Guys,
Good night,
And
everyone.
Linda, David,
so much.
Dan, Rochelle,
Love you
Daniel,
all. Thank
Kai, Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda. There we go. All right. Rochelle, Karen, Jerome, Arthur, Peter and Linda again. Oh my God, geez. It's like
We're all over the place.
Bye, everybody.
Deb
Everyone, thank
C,
you so much.
Deb 1, Deb 2, Deb Carlson. Yeah, there we go. Hi, Chris. Coach Bob, Jamie, Jody, love you guys. Shauna and Kevin. Nice to see you, Kevin. Nice to see you again. Bill Shoemaker, love you guys. Craig, Matt, thank you very much.